Hello, this is Ariana Antonia for MDF2 1404, and this is my my Project 4 video review. And so this week we went ahead and worked with advanced table view things such as the section headers and made some custom headers. And then we populated them with movie theater information, and then underneath those in the actual cells we populated them with movie information for movie times and titles and an image. And then when you click on a movie, it goes to a detail view for that movie. And then when you click on watch trailer, it goes over to a trailer view that shows a trailer for the movie. So I wasn't able, I chose to save the movies locally, and they ended up being big enough that I wasn't able to upload my project, so I had to just whittle it down to 2 movies. So even though I have 15 actual movie objects in here that are unique, the actual movie or trailer that plays, there's only one of 2. Um, so they're not, the trailers aren't unique, but each movie object is, and it just plays one of 2 trailers. So here in my code, we're setting up the 15 movie objects. Each of them has a title, movie times, an image, and a URL for the trailer. And then we go down and we have our custom theater objects, each of which has a title for the theater, a location, a picture, and then an array of 5 movies for each theater, and then those are put into an array of theaters. So here we initialize the table view, and the amount of rows in each section is based on the amount of movies in each array inside the theater objects. And then when we're actually populating the cell with the movie information, we go ahead and drill down into the theater object, into the array, and then inside that into the movie object. And then with the custom cell, set the various labels to each movie information, and then there's a custom function that goes ahead and sets those. And then the number of sections in the table view is set by the amount of theaters in the theater array. And then we go ahead and build the custom section headers, and this goes ahead and declares the size, and then we set the size and location of the 2 labels in it as well as the image, which took a bit of fiddling around to make sure that this was all correct. They weren't overlapping and in the right place, so it was just a bit of adjusting and fooling around with until it looked proper. And then taking each of the labels, changing the font, setting the theater objects to the outlets or to strings, and then setting them to the outlets in the section header, and then adding those to the view, and changing the height of the section so that it fits all of the stuff we just put in it. And then we go ahead and segue, and these all go to, each cell goes to the movie detail view controller. So we go ahead and figure out which one was clicked, and then drill down into the theater object, into the array, to the movie object, and then go ahead and grab the information that was clicked and pass it over into the movie detail view. So then we go to the movie detail view, and we're just displaying the information that was passed over. And then from there, you're going to click trailer, which is going to initialize another segue, and you're passing that information from the movie over to the trailer view. So then we go over to the trailer view, and we set the title up at the top from the passed over information. Click stop just stops the movie from playing, but the majority of stuff is done in click play. And we go ahead and grab the title of the movie that was passed over, put it into a URL, and then initialize the movie player with that information. And then this goes ahead and just sort of sets the settings for the movie view. So it puts it in the view that I've put inside the controller, inside the view controller, the size and where it goes. It's not full screen, and we don't want any controls since we added manually stop and play, and then to play it. And then over here we just have my custom cell, my theater object, and my movie object, and then the trailers and movie posters and all that good stuff. So I'll go ahead and run it. All right, so So you can see we have a section heading that has a theater title, the location, as well as an image, and then 5 movies that each have a title, a movie poster, and movie times. And then we have 3 of each of those sections, all of them unique. And then we can go ahead and click into Gravity and see that we've got the title, the poster, the times, and watch trailer. And we've got the title up here, and we can go ahead and hit play. And it plays the movie trailer for Gravity. I'll just play this for a couple seconds. There you go. And then we can stop it, as I just did. We can go back, and I'll play one more in Captain America. Play that one, and there's a couple seconds of Captain America. And now, as I said, I only have 2 trailers actually loaded in here, Gravity and Captain America. So each one of these plays one of those 2 trailers. So that's pretty much it, and that does go into what I would have done better next time. Saving the files locally obviously takes up a lot more space. It makes the file a lot bigger. Even with small files, Captain America was the smallest one I could find, but even Gravity's 3 megabytes, and that was the smallest I could find for that one. So obviously, saving them to, or pulling them from a server or somewhere online is definitely saves a lot of space, although obviously if you didn't have an internet connection, this wouldn't work. So there's pluses and minuses to each, but for the sake of this project, next time I would probably pull them from online so that I could have a unique trailer for every one of these. But as it is, in order to save on space, and because it's the way I built the project before, I realized I originally had 15 and then realized it was way too big and had to whittle it down to just the 2. So in the future, I would do it that way. Otherwise, it did take a bit of a while for me to figure out the logic of drilling down into an array, into an object with an array, and into the object within that array. But I eventually figured it out and worked it out, and hopefully it was the best way to do it, but there might have been an easier way. Anyway, so that's my project. Thanks so much.